Man, how do I stop this? I'm not gonna stop it. I'll edit the bitch later. We're fine.
Here, let me in there. I'll fix it.
Yeah. We're fine. It's got great picture quality. It's almost like being there with that. We'll
That was the one y'all were using last week?
Yeah.
Yeah, it looked real well.
Well, we're still using the phone. We're still using the phone for our stuff, but we're doing
When I looked
For
at the thing,
YouTube.
we're doing YouTube, and so we need to get on YouTube and see if I can.
What are you doing?
If we can hear. I gotta go get my hat. You know what? I'm not wearing a hat today.
When
sorry.
we go out in your truck and get one?
I'm not wearing a hat today. I probably need a hat, but I'm not wearing a hat.
Well, I gotta do that because the glare would get the people.
That's correct.
Kinda
We
like
don't want
this.
that.
You know?
Yeah.
Mhm.
That, you freeze to death for me up north in winter, or your head gets so burnt.
I can't
Summer.
deal with the burnt, Don. I got too many carvings that have happened in life. If I showed you a picture of when they carved out my nose,
Oh, you got skin cancer?
yeah, they took all that side, and then they took the forehead and part of my ear and rebuilt the nostril, and then brought the skin down.
Are you in there,
Can't tell
Joe?
it from
I
here.
know. It,
Yeah, they did a hell of a good job.
In the living room. Oh, I shut that sound off for a reason.
We'll let you guys get to it.
Well, I know, but it's going on. That's fine. I don't care right now. It's on YouTube. So how do I get to live on YouTube right now to see it? Is my question.
You're asking me? And you're
Probably need to go to your YouTube channel.
you're obviously asking the wrong.
No way. Oh, there it is, right there.
Of the kid? Oh, no.
Live. Oh, see, look.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, see, look. So it's got a nice broad view on it. And we can actually put the microphone right here. Are you a parrot?
Is it an echo chamber?
Yes, I believe it is. So the cool thing about this is I can I can change it and edit it later. I just need to shut the sound off while I do it, because that delay screws me up. You're gonna have your computer on, Julie?
Yeah.
What time did you finally get out of there today?
Whatever time I texted you, you said I just left the store or the branch and was headed to the store.
I didn't get down.
That you didn't respond.
Yeah.
I didn't
Y'all are
get down.
probably having to finance a lot of tanks of gas.
Yeah, I know. My clients can't afford this. They'd be taking the bus or walking.
Oh, I got a buddy of mine, Alexander, 4 months ago, was a happy boy. He bought the contender of his dreams.
Mm.
3 big motors. Went down to the south side Saturday. He's even happier. Was able to get rid of it. He said it's costing him, start with $1,200 or so to fill up. His last fill up before he decided that was it was just short of $3,200. I said, that's what's your problem. You let the tank get too low. You know, you just want to top it off with only $1,200 at a time.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's just.
He said all the fun had gone away from him.
Well, yeah, at that price. Hell, it's probably going away from our small little.
Well, the last time this happened, it really killed the sale of grouper boats and the like. I'm sure that Brett will see a lot of that.
Oh, well, yeah, everything had to come back to reality, but it didn't have to come crashing back, and that's what they're trying to do. You can't push a clean energy agenda without a game plan in place. This guy took over. Oh shit, I'm live. It's fine. This guy, I'll edit this out, but this guy took over office and wants to push EV and clean energy on everybody.
We'll talk about it later.
And, yeah, between the two of us.
Yeah.
And,
Maybe
you can't, you can't do that, without a game plan, like, okay, what are we gonna do? Because we've been trying to do this for decades. And since the 70s, and the big oil companies don't want anything to do with it because, of course, it hurts their profits. So in the meantime, what keeps costs low and the economy, moving along at a good pace is fuel prices, because everything revolves around transportation. Everything you see, that dartboard, these glasses, your hat, this computer, my hair.
Yeah, I've been trying to explain to them, said, guys having to put $300 more of gas in that tank to get that load here. Who gets to pay that?
That's correct. Yeah. And it's a no-brainer. I mean, it's not even, it shouldn't even be a question. And people comment like, well, it's not this guy's fault or that. Yes, it absolutely is. You have to remember where you're coming from. So $200 a month per person per fuel.
It's like Julie
There's
said.
200 million people buying gas. Think about it, 200 million times 200. It's a lot of freaking money.
Yeah, it's like Julie was saying, though, you got people having to decide, all right, what am I not going to buy at Publix so I can have enough gas to get to work, to be able to afford the next tank of gas to get back to work.
Hey, are you eating her food? Get out of that dish. Pick one dish and stay there. Damn dogs. Yeah. So it's been a trying weekend, and people will. I was going to get some tournament results I saw from. See, Kevin won a tournament.
Kevin and his brother, Keith, was up.
Excuse me.
His brother. I was glad to see they fished together. All the years they grew up when the dad Larry was alive and learning saltwater fishing.
What's your YouTube channel?
Okay.
Damn it. What?
What's your YouTube channel?
Fishing with J.R. Mundinger. You would think that this would come right up. There it is. So I'm gonna leave that up. They should have the February 26th. March 19th is the next one. February 20th. I thought they had another one. February 26th. That was just a couple weeks ago, right?
Yeah. Didn't you cover that one already?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they said they had a tough day out there. I guess it was.
Who did?
Well, a tough day. 12
Oh.
pounds down in Steenhatchee. That's not a whole lot.
No.
Oh, no. They were in Panama City, weren't they?
Oh, that's Panama City.
Yeah, that's pretty good. That's not bad.
They had Steenhatchee though for Saturday for the North Florida
Yeah.
Gulf.
And that's what I'm going to bring up on here.
It still was kind of, I think, Michael Amon, he had him a nice trout. I think it was 5.
338. No, I thought it was 385 is what here.
Check out something close. I was thinking, you may be right.
Because he said he missed a big redfish by just, a hair, like 0.03 of an ounce. It's 2019. I don't need that.
Oh, yeah. Excuse me. 3.58. Okay. I was dyslexic. I read 5.38. That's what you get.
Dick Sledick us what?
Well, see, the reason 11.35, in the old days, we'd have 16, 18 pounds. Because you could have more than one.
I got one more thing.
Big trout
here.
Mhm. Huh, I'll be done. I didn't know that.
Beer and Oyster Festival.
Oh, yeah.
I've got a booth
Rock the
down
Dock.
there. Yeah, both. I told you that already.
That's the 23rd and 24th of April, so
Mhm.
I'll make a little blurb about the Rock the Dock tournament and also the
Talk about
cow
your
skips
tournament.
too. Okay.
Absolutely.
That's kind of the layout on the, yeah, they got big money. They got some big money sponsors. I gotta go try to find a title sponsor. That cow skips to help them out. You still good with it? About 4 boat sticks for the lottery?
Mhm. Mhm.
I got a, Lynn giving me a Shimano rod and reel combo for the lottery. And then
It's a group search. Groups. All right. See this?
let's see.
Oh, come on. I think we got everything in there almost.
Looks like Jack and Colleen did some fishing.
Did they?
Got a pretty good size sheephead and a pretty good size some kind of grouper, it looks like. I don't know if that's a
Should be a red grouper.
red grouper.
Yeah. I mean, if they kept it.
I don't know where she would got that because you're doing saltwater. That sure is a bass. So what is that? That's not bass. What is that? That is a bass. Yeah, she's doing all this saltwater and freshwater fishing.
I don't have an update yet
On what?
on how the negotiations are going between the Senate and the House on Senate Bill 2508 to make sure the House position prevails, that all that damn language is out. Did you get a flyer in the mail from the State Government Leadership Foundation out of Washington, D.C.?
Depends on what address it went to. So I haven't been in my other mailbox in
Yeah.
4 to 5 days.
And it said this came to us at the Huff household. I'm sitting here thinking, where do they get an address like, I mean, they had the right address.
You want a beer, Julie?
No, I've got one. Thank you.
Oh, you got one?
Mhm.
Use your koozie. Test it out.
I got
Oh,
wine
look at
tonight.
that. Oh.
Doing the whole wine thing. Take a break from beer,
Yeah.
usually the first of the week.
Yeah, Jill said, yeah, I said, yeah, I need to fix on my voice. No, I'm giving my liver a break. I'm just doing wine.
All right, you morons. Lay down there and be quiet like you're doing.
As soon as you start talking.
Yeah. See how long they can continue. No.
You know, last week they were fine.
Yeah. Well, Danny was sitting by the door with them, and keeping them at bay. Too far away. Okay, there's it better.
Can you see it?
Well, no, it told me I was too far away for it to identify me because I'm too lazy to get one of those, or to type in my thing to get it started. So it just sees my face and it opens up.
Most people see it and they run.
That is true. We're not even
Maybe.
live yet, and you're saying that. Well, I guess we are on YouTube. I'm still gonna edit that shit out. Ah, darn it. Come on. They just wipe out that all them screens. Are you kidding me? I just wiped out. No. I got a drop of water on my.
Did you notice my flashback to when we had high water
High water.
in 19?
No.
These guys?
Okay.
Yeah, I put them all back.
Wow. I might have. You caught a few good ones.
That 2019, you were hurting them too, if you remember. How high it got, I could push all the way to the back and fish in front of
Mm-hmm.
everything back in Rollins.
I am going to hit the go live button. It's 6:55 or 6. And we will move to go live. Boink. Let's try to, there we go. See everybody in the picture. One great thing about having a studio in your kitchen, you have access to everything.
Plus we can play darts if things aren't going well.
Exactly.
No,
Which
but that
happens
one
a lot.
isn't ballistic.
Yeah,
Oh,
we've
yeah.
got to teach that though. We've even tried to stick her and like I'd stab her with the dart and she'll still bark. No, I would never hurt the dog. So,
Okay.
let me ask you a question. Do you see it on there? On Facebook Live? I know we're live on YouTube. Excuse me. And we're just going to give it a few more minutes before we get started. There's bonus coverage tonight, everyone, in case you've tuned in a hair early. I'm not on that particular page yet. I suppose I can pull up another page to see who's there.
Christopher's on so far.
Chris Klauser?
Mm-hmm. And Jill.
Christopher!
The new Mrs. Huff.
Chris?
No, it's Andrews.
Oh, she's sticking with Andrews.
Oh, yeah.
Chris Klauser. Hello, buddy. We need to get your input here soon on some kayak fishing. And can't wait to do so. Chris has got a jet ski, and he actually goes offshore with it. Trolls for grouper. It's pretty cool. It's very cool with a jet ski. I'm a little too old to do that, but I think it's
Well,
cool.
you're welcome to borrow one of the pedal drive kayaks. Go out there and the
No,
faster
I'm
the pedal,
saying
you
jet
control.
ski. Yeah, no, yeah. I said jet ski.
This is for your health. Hard
Well, so if I'm not getting on a jet ski, why am I getting on a kayak?
a pedal kayak.
Do you know what swims out there in the Gulf?
Yeah, but you're in the food chain.
That's what I'm saying. And at that point, when I'm on a kayak, I'm not in the top of the food chain. Oh,
You'll be all right.
okay. Anyway, Chris, I'm looking forward to next month. That didn't come out on Facebook, did it? I don't know what the heck that was. That's kind of strange. That noise.
Yeah, it was. I heard it in my ear next.
Anyway, so to chase Kobe and stuff, it'd be kind of cool to watch somebody, do that on a jet ski. I've seen videos before. I've seen videos on people on kayaks catching big fish, but they put them on a boat, haul them, 20 miles offshore, put them in the water, and then they're able to do that because there's no way you're fishing for red snapper around here.
Without doing that.
Yeah, like you're not going to pedal out that far. Maybe in Panama City they do it in the bay, but you're not doing it over here. What time is it exactly?
6:59.
6:59. Hey, Alan, happy birthday, buddy. Hope you had I saw it looked like you had an enjoyable weekend. That was good. You know Alan Brightwell? He lives over there off near Shell Point. I mean, he doesn't live there, but he's got a place there. I've known him for 20 years, bass fishing. He fishes inshore, excellent fisherman.
Can't say I do, but I probably should if I saw him.
Yeah. He fishes out of a Ranger. And I think his boy fishes high school tournaments, and high school fishing is so popular now, which is awesome. It's one bad thing about getting old now is that they didn't have that like when we were around, so we could, participate in things like that. We had to do wrestling and jumping up and down and throwing balls and stuff. What kind of fun is that? I'd rather be in the lake. Hey, it's 7 o'clock. So Go time. Welcome everyone. What was that? I just had a collision in my thing. Did you see that?
Waiting for a live video signal.
Yeah, it's been doing on mine too.
Anyway, so we're gonna resume, and we're having issues, broadcast issues. All of a sudden, we weren't before, were we?
Yeah, it's been doing it since I signed on.
Oh, really? Okay.
Broadcast is waiting for a signal.
So we apologize for any technical difficulties out there. Hopefully, it'll clear itself up. I don't recall any. Hold on a second. Let's redo this. I'm gonna restart this, and we shouldn't have any problems. Okay. Give me just a second, everyone. Don't go anywhere. I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. And I will get this fixed. I believe I can do it. I believe I can do it from here. How's that?
I don't know.
How's that? Is that better, Julie?
And did you weave magic? No. Waiting for live video signal. Still.
Broadcast paused. Oh, resume. Okay. How's that? Better?
Yeah, I'm here lonely. Come on back.
Is it back? Let's see if it's back. Oh, it is back. There's Otto. Okay, we're back.
Yeah.
All right. Sorry about that, everyone. We're back. So welcome, everyone, to another Monday Night Fishing Report from the Big Bend, Florida Panhandle area. I'm your host, J.R. Mundinger, and with me is our special, he's not even a guest anymore. He's just a big part of this. Otto Be Fishing, Otto Huff. Welcome again. Good to see you, buddy. You've been gone for a couple of weeks. Where you been?
We had to sneak off to Fernandina, so that my better half now, she's my better half, best fisherwoman. Well, you got Julie, but I've got mine.
Yes.
But we snuck off, kind of semi-eloped to Fernandina Beach. And
elopement.
Actually had 2 rods with us, but we never made a cast.
Well, that's good. You know why?
No.
Because you were doing what you're supposed to be doing. You were consummating your elopement.
Okay. Now I know.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's good. That's good to hear.
Okay.
I don't even know what to say now.
Yeah.
But
well, we're going to slide into everything that's needed with boats.
Yes, we are.
Yes,
and
we are.
Speaking of boats, all right. So I'm going to turn over a lot of this fishing stuff to Otto. I have a lot of questions for him. Otto's been doing more fishing than I've been doing more boat stuff, and I've got to get this off my chest. Boats, the acronym stands for Bring Out Another 1,000. And for those of you that own boat or boats, understand my dilemma.
We truly do.
You truly do. For years, and you know, again, when you fish like we do, all of us, and when I say we, I mean all the viewers out there, it's our passion. You know, it's like someone with a set of golf clubs. You know, you can be a golf widow or a fishing widow. I'm not sure what other kind of widows out there, but both of those activities require a lot of understanding from the better half. And guys like you and me, we have that. So that's kind of cool because we bring them with.
Yeah. And somebody that can call for either Seatow or Towboat US, they can make the call for us while we're sitting back there cussing whatever's going wrong.
Exactly. Oh, and I'll tell you, for you women out there, maybe you like the outdoors, or you know, you want that special guy. If you learn to back up a trailer and launch a boat, you know, if you drive a boat, those are two things that
Admirable.
Oh, my qualities, yeah. Above and beyond. So
Okay.
if you ever meet a guy and he says, you know, I'd like to go fishing, but I have to have my buddy with me, you can go, why? You know, I can drive the boat off the trailer, load the boat, whatever you want.
Yeah.
And you're good to go.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Good go.
Yeah, we're all on the same page. You guys know what we're talking about, right? Maybe the girls don't, but the guys do. We've all been there. I would rather fish with a female, Julie, than you. Not because I don't like you. It's just because when it gets boring out there, I have something to look at.
Well, that's a good point.
Yeah. I mean, you know, not that fishing's ever boring, but all right. Anyway, so I'm getting off track. Let's talk about back to boats. Yeah, back to boats. And this is partly for Brett. Hey, Brett, how you doing, buddy? Brett Shields is a wonderful person and does a great job down there at the marine. I got to tell you a story real quick.
That's an understatement. He does an awesome job.
He does an awesome job. He does. So let me tell you my story. We had issues with our boat. Saturday, the new boat. We bought the Skeeter. We still have the Mako, which is for sale, by the way. I don't know why. Yeah, everything works on the Mako. It doesn't on the Skeeter, but we're trying. You know, there's no reason to have multiple boats, and we still have the other little one out there. I know I'm not you. I can't do that. I'm not retired yet.
Okay.
You have nothing to do but fish and enjoy your life, which is awesome. You know, I'm envious, but at the same time, I'm you know, I don't want to run before I need to walk.
Too many boats you get insurance for.
Oh, insurance. Don't get me started on the insurance.
Oh,
That was another one that we just had to go through. So anyway, so we go down and we're going to launch it at Shields, which we always do.
Right.
Okay. For many, many reasons. One is the great store. It doesn't matter what you need. Brett has got everything. And again, this isn't, this is coming from a fisherman. This isn't coming from, I work for Brett Shields or anything. It's coming from a fisherman. It's a great place to go. The restrooms are the cleanest I've ever seen. So anyway, so we have issues with the motor, and I'm going to walk into the service department,
right,
and see if they have a part that I need. I thought I needed. You know, I hadn't diagnosed everything, but yeah, if the part's reasonable, I'll buy it. So while I'm walking in there, here's two of, you know, very attractive young ladies, probably in their early 20s, mid 20s. And they're walking by, and you know, they're like looking around, and I'm like, where are you girls going? Oh, we want to buy some shrimp. I said, well, you see that big building right there? I said, there's some stairs to go up. And they said, oh, thank you so much. So anyway, 20 minutes later, 30 minutes later, whatever it is.
They bought a new boat.
Well, no, not quite. But they had they'd gone in the store and got everything they needed. Their boyfriends or husbands or whatever were in the boat waiting for them, you know, to walk back down. And they said, thank you so much. That is the coolest place I've ever been to. And I just felt really good because I pointed them in that direction. So that was the highlight.
Of your Saturday?
Well, no. Actually, there was a highlight because Julie actually ran the boat, and Julie being part owner of the boat, she hasn't had anything like that. The Skeeter has a 250 horsepower Yamaha, and it will go extremely fast. And it's a whole lot of power. Julie's been running the other boats,
Well, this
for
is
the last
okay.
so many years. Yes, and it's a 115, a whole lot easier to handle. So I guess the high point was being able to take that boat up and down the river because it was so windy. We didn't want to take it out to the flats for the maiden voyage. And so she was excited. She enjoyed that.
That's a good thing.
Do you let Jill drive your boat?
In dire straits. I'm real.
Be careful what you say.
No, I'm
You're
perspective
lying.
about that. No,
Understood.
you know, probably 99% of the time I'm at the helm just because I want everybody else with me to have an enjoyable time. And
I'm the same way. And safety. We're the same there. Safety is always first.
I'm anal about safety because, as I told you before, I got 2 of everything: 2 fire extinguishers, 2 of this, 2 flares.
So you're
Whatever
worse
you have
than
to
I am.
have. I'm
Yeah.
worse than you are.
You are. But
That's
that's good in a good way.
That's come because of experiences on the water that said one's not enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Like I've got 2 sets of heavy duty cutters for depending on what size hooks happen to be embedded in the
and
hand.
that's important.
That's important. But that's off the boat track, back to the boats.
Oh, back to the boat. So we'll finish this. I know you all don't want to hear about this, but some of you may or may not know that I write for our local paper. Otto does a great job. He's got the big report in there, but I give some insight into, Otto's the professional fisherman. I'm more of the guy that's going to let you know about what we're doing. And what we were doing the last few weeks was apparently wrong because I had been my little blurb that I put out there, my couple of paragraphs to all the readers is now's the time to get that boat ready.
Yeah.
Work on this, work on this, work on this. And I thought I had everything ready to go. That wasn't the case. We got up the river, power goes out, the big motor runs, thank God.
Yeah.
But no trolling motor, no GPS, no bilge pumps, so if we'd have hit a rock, we'd have probably sunk or had to, you have to bail.
Manual bilge pump.
Well, that's why I
Always have one on board.
That's right.
And a 5-gallon pickle bucket as well.
So it was very frustrating that I spent hours the next morning trying to diagnose the issues. And I've been working on boats for years and years and years, probably like yourself.
And I'll give you one rule of thumb when you talked about all your electrical that I didn't used to do, but after I got these words of wisdom from a friend, start at the source and you work your way back towards the problem. Don't start at the back and come forward. 9 times out of 10, it's somewhere up front coming back.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just a word of advice, saves you a little
and
bit of hunting time.
I got you. And I have all the equipment because I'm pretty good with, I'm an HVAC guy, so I'm pretty good with electrical equipment and testers and that.
I mean, you don't stick your tongue to it and see if it's getting juice?
That'd be a negative. But I have a 9-volt battery if you'd like to try for it. So my biggest issue is that, I'm 6'3" and out of shape. And I've got this much room between the seat and the console.
You don't
All
have
right?
to tell me, yes.
Okay, so
It's
you
not-
understand.
Yeah, they're
And
not
then it's up
designed
here.
they're not designed for aftermarket repairs.
No, so why don't they make a console where you can flip it up this way? Flip your console up. You have access to all your.
I'm seeing a patent.
And I probably not the first person to ever say this, but I don't own a boat manufacturing company. But anyway, if there's anybody out there looking to, if you have some spare money and you want to do something, open that company and you'll be an instant millionaire, I would imagine. I'll help you promote it because I will be the first one to buy that stuff.
Yeah, pop-up console. Yeah, I will tell you, yes. And I don't know where yours is stored, but like on my Triton and on my Express, well, with the Triton, they're forward in the center console. The Express is on the backside. But to get to my trolling motor batteries, I'm not sure what little guy installed them in there, but how they got them in there is beyond me. And I rule today that I got to go take one out and put a new one in.
Well, your hands get tore up as soon as you do it. You stick your hand down there, you got what do batteries weigh, like 35 pounds or something?
I like
and you
one
go to
I
move
like.
a battery and they you're always whacking your hands. And,
It's easy at your age, try 70 and lift one of them out of there with one hand.
well, I can't do it. I'm like 46 and I can't do it.
Really?
No.
Okay.
No, I'm
Moving
sorry.
right along here.
Moving right along. So anyway, all right, my venting is over on the boats, but what I was getting at, my point was for 3 weeks, I was letting everybody know the weather's great out there. Get those boats ready, be ready to go. And I thought I was. And so even if you think you're ready, you're probably, don't just run offshore your first time out there is what I'm getting at. Safety first, try it, don't run 30 miles or 20 miles unless don't do it. But if you do, make sure you have a backup plan. Have some kind of underwater
Float
insurance.
plan, have Sea-Tow or Towboat US. I mean, I'm not pushing either one.
Yeah.
But
well, I push Sea-Tow,
Yeah.
so I would say have Sea-Tow, me personally.
Yeah. Float plan though is big time. If you're out there and you're supposed to be back at 5 at the landing and you're not, at least somebody knows where you should
Yeah,
be.
that's good.
I learned that lesson a long, long time ago by telling somebody I was going to go launch, and I changed my mind in midstream before the days of cell phones and went somewhere else and needed assistance, but nobody had a clue where I was.
Yes. Yeah.
So yes, float plan and either one of the insurance plan. I mean, basically they're insurance plans on the water. Sea-Tow.
That's right. That's right. And for the price, it's
You
silly.
can't beat it.
You can't beat it. A couple hundred. It's not even like
And for an extra,
under $200.
an extra
for a
little
year.
rider on either one of them, for the good old trailer. And Cliff, he talked about the boats. I'll make mention of the trailers.
Oh boy.
Straight,
Yeah.
don't get into leaf springs, anything like that. Let's talk trailer
No
lights.
lights. Exactly.
Trailer lights.
That's what I was talking about.
Trailer
Lights.
lights. The only time trailer lights in my lifetime have ever worked was when you drive away from the dealer.
That's exactly right.
And then somewhere else out there, you're cussing them. And today, I chased light problems all day long. And I finally said, this is cheap wiring,
That's correct.
probably from China. I pulled it out, put in heavy duty copper wiring, problem solved. I got lights everywhere, bright trailer. I'm proud,
No,
I'm
I
happy.
know that. That's
And the reason you want to do that, and you go down the highway, you're gonna make a left-hand turn, that light's not working. The last thing you want to have is the person behind you merging your motor with their radio.
absolutely.
The
The only thing I'll say about boats and the trailers and the lighting, I actually had a police officer pull me over because my lights went out on a trailer. And I swore to him, I said, sir, I am so sorry. I do everything I can. He goes, that's okay. I know who you are. I understand. He said, but anytime we see a trailer with operating lights, there's a problem. It's not often we see a trailer with, your little side lights going on and both blinkers that work, your tail lights. And so it was a fuse issue in my truck. But so they understand too, not that you don't want to get things fixed, but we try extra hard to make sure all our stuff goes. And all it takes sometimes is a little steel around that tail lamp and you get water in there. I don't care if it's LED or not.
The LEDs are great. That's a big step up from the old incandescent bulbs.
Huge. But you can see them for a long time.
Huge step up. But you're going down the Woodville Highway, the Crossville Highway, headed towards the coast. The last thing you want to have is an opportunity with blue light to come on and.
Absolutely. Yeah. Or safety things. Someone behind you, your lights don't work.
You got to worry about it,
Yeah.
How they know I'm going to turn.
So Chris brought up a great point. Chris Klauser, Close with Klauser for all your real estate needs. Dude, I had to do it. I had to give you a little bit of love right there with my, what do you call those things when you throw somebody a bone and it's not really.
You throw them a little chip.
Endorsements.
Thank you. I
There
like
you go.
that. Julie, there's your endorsement, buddy. Anyway, so Chris says, we were talking about going offshore or going out there. Go with Buddy. We do it all the time. It's a great idea.
Go with a buddy, but
I mean, with another boat.
I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
But in the middle of the week, a lot of my buddies are working, so it's one boat. you know.
Well, but you're not a first timer. We're talking about the first time.
The first timers always go with somebody else.
Take another boat, go out there. And the other thing is he does know somebody that does boat insurance. Amy, Chris, post her company in case someone doesn't have insurance. They need boat insurance. Post that and we'll put that out there. Bobby Lynn, how you doing, buddy? Keep catching them out there on Talquin. He's been killing the bass and stripers, and he also does the saltwater fishing. He does the saltwater tournaments. Good kid. So speaking of saltwater, let's get out of that real
Now
quick.
look at that. Glassner's off during the week. You know, he's begging for a ride.
Well, there you go. You got a fishing buddy out there. When Jill's
and Steve
doing something else.
Yeah, Steve McNally. He is also.
So let me talk real quick about before you get into what you have to say. Again, we're going to let Otto go into detail on what he needs to tell you about what's going on along the coast and freshwater stuff. Fishing from a kayak, both, right? Didn't Jill mention something about the kayak?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so he's going to tell you about that. Let me tell you real quick about what's going on in the tournament scene here. There's been a couple lately. I did not give the results last week and I'll start with the Florida Redfish Series. They fished a couple weeks ago out of Panama City.
Correct.
And the Team Skeet, which I'm assuming could be short for Skeeter, I don't know. Team Skeet, Ken Cube and Mike Pattinson, they won $1,000 and they had 2 redfish that weighed 12 pounds. That's pretty impressive. I mean, the $1,000 part of it. You know, the 2 redfish at 12 pounds, if you come around by us, it should be more, right?
Should be.
Don't they weigh more over here than they do there?
Oh, yeah.
And why is that?
What? You know, you're asking the wrong person. Marine biology was a subject I probably should have taken, but I didn't.
So it's like the tournaments in Louisiana. They weigh, they're like thicker. It could be 27-inch fish.
It's like this time of year, you're going to find your big trout east of the rock garden. In fact, really, Alcilla and east, and go all the way to all the way to Steenhatchee. Okay, your big trout are going to be there. You know, they're getting ready to really fatten up.
Did you see a picture of my big trout that I had?
I saw that. I was impressed. 27.5 inches.
That's the biggest one I ever caught. I was impressed.
And she swam away healthy because
she
they
swam
spot.
away healthy.
You know?
Yes.
That would segue quickly into release over 20.
So that was the 6th one over 19 we'd let go that day.
You know, the big thing is those big females, put them in the water, make sure they're healthy, good release.
Great tip for everyone, because those are the ones that grow the trophy fish for everyone
will
to enjoy.
Drop 3 or 4 times during the season.
Really?
Millions of eggs. You know, if everything goes well. So I mean, that's your breed stock right there. Just like with bass, that you want to put the big ones back.
Your 8 and 10.
You know you got a good gene strain.
That's right.
They're going to grow. They're going to go quickly. The little guys, 8 to 19 inches, if it's croaking and making a noise, you got a male bass. If you want something to fish right, toss it in your live well.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with keeping fish, especially now. Otto made a comment earlier with gas prices the way they are. You know, if you want to stock that freezer, it's a good idea because if boat gas prices hit $6 or $7 a gallon, I'm not going out.
Well, fun goes away. I mean, it's like I was telling Cliff earlier, a mere 10 gallons of gas for the Express for trout fishing, all of a sudden it's $45 where it had been 22. You know, fun tends to go away at certain times.
Yeah.
That brings us to kayaks, right?
Yeah, not yet. Let me finish this and then we'll go to kayaks. I believe they paid the top 5. So it only took 7.87 pounds to cash a check. That's pretty good. I mean, it gives everybody an opportunity.
Yeah.
So I believe this series is fairly inexpensive to get into it.
True.
And they probably had 30 teams. Yeah. You know, which is very nice. And safety is always a priority with those guys. They've actually, I believe, they've canceled days because
of bad weather.
One of the
last ones that was close by got canned because of small craft.
So if I believe, let me see it's called, if you Google Florida Redfish Series, go to their website, check it out, and the next tournament I believe is in
26th of March, isn't it?
Crystal River. Is that where it's at? Upcoming tournaments are think it's Crystal River, and it's in. Yes, stop number 3,
Oh,
March
good.
19th, my
19th.
mom's birthday.
19th.
March 9th, Crystal River.
That's my
I've
dad's
never.
birthday, if he'd be still alive.
Really?
Yep.
How ironic is that? I mean, my mom's passed too, but
Yep.
happy birthday to our mom and
Yeah.
dad. Anyway, check them out, and then let's talk about another one. This is going to hit close to home for you.
Oh, yeah.
And I didn't know this
Here.
until I got in this. So the North Florida Golf Fishing Club, they went out of Steenhatchee this past weekend, and the first place 5-trout stringer was who?
Kevin and Keith Huff.
Now, did you tell them where to go? Did you tell them where to go?
Lord, no. They learned that from their dad, Larry. God bless his soul. Like my dad's passed away, but I'm sure Kevin and Keith learned well their saltwater techniques from their dad.
Wow, I mean, it's just in the blood, right? It's
Yeah.
If your last name begins with an H and ends with an H, chances are you're a very good fisherman.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Uh-huh.
Second place, big shout out to Asa Martin. I believe he said it says he fished with Mallory, which is probably his wife, and James Paget. So they had second place, just under 11 pounds with that 5-fish stringer of trout. Third place was Chris and Jeff and Jimmy and Josh. Four guys in the boat. How do you split $400? $100 a piece, I guess. I mean, I don't know what they won.
Good with math?
That was easy math, right?
Okay.
Big redfish was Jeff Rainey with 5.92. Now, Steenhatchee, isn't that small for Steenhatchee?
Yeah, I would say yes. What surprises me is the next one up, Big Trout, with Michael Amon.
And Michael, huge
And
shout to
only at
Michael.
3.58. I would have thought out of Steenhatchee, somebody.
I've seen 6-pounders come out of there. I know they're bigger, but I mean, usually it takes what?
Yeah,
6
I'm not
pounds?
real sure what Michael was doing.
Let's ask him.
And why he missed a big one. But Michael, you got to own up to why you didn't find something that was 5.38 as opposed to
Yeah, you could have won
3.58.
that thing, Michael. We all know that you're the trout king out there, and
no doubt,
we're greatly disappointed with that.
Yeah.
Even though you had big trout,
I got a
we want
feeling-
bigger trout.
that's an arrowhead by Unfair Lures.
See, that's what I've been looking for.
And that's and I'll tell you how you got to find these puppies.
Please tell me.
Well, I fell across it at the Ace.
Don't say nope. He's not going to tell you until actually I go there first because I've been looking and my fingers are in there.
Okay.
That's extremely sharp. So, Michael, is he on there? Julie?
Not that I can tell.
What is he doing tonight? He's not.
I don't know.
Oh my.
Well, I don't know. He's not commented yet, so I can't see who's all on.
So, Matt Lanier, big shout out.
Kayak boy.
Salt Life. Matt, how you doing, buddy? We'll have you on talk about these kayaks here soon. He spends as much time on a kayak as you do.
A little bit more.
A little bit more.
A little bit more.
Okay.
Okay.
Insured All LLC. Insured All is the name of that insurance company for your boat. Insured All. Great people. Amy's does a wonderful job. Her office is in Killarn. Real easy to get a hold of, and she does a lot of coastal stuff. I believe she has another office down near where you like to go.
Carabao.
Yes, but I'm trying to think. St. Teresa Beach?
St. Teresa Beach.
Is that near there?
It's in between.
Yeah. In between what?
Fantasy and Seabed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm kind of
But that's
thinking.
residential. You mean she's got a commercial in there too?
Yeah, she has a commercial. I mean, she has commercial business. I don't
Okay.
know the exact location,
Yeah.
which means she does a lot of stuff on the coast. Who else is on there? I know I'm missing stuff and I can't see because I'm blind and my computer doesn't load fast enough. But let me get to. I don't know why the rest of it doesn't come up. It doesn't make any sense to me. Anyway.
Technology.
Yes, technology. So as far as the fishing goes, everyone, we did a little bit of fishing. I have nothing great to report. other than when the tide was moving so bad the last time I was out there the other day, or last Saturday, not this Saturday, but the prior, whatever day it was, the tide was moving so quick. And we had the, so south wind, 10 knots, tide, that big swinging tide.
Oh, yeah.
Coming in from that wind day, it was so low.
Brought it back,
You could,
pushed it way back in the creeks.
yes. So you had, I mean, we actually saw sheep's head, big, nice sheep's head in the creek moss.
No doubt.
Mm-hmm.
It's
amazing.
The gap in the rocks going into Stony Bayou, for the people who fish close by, if you'll pay close attention there, it's chock full of sheep's head.
Oh, there you go. So I'm going to go there.
You're going to go there.
As soon as I get a boat that works, I'm going to, well, the
trolling motor comes in handy.
I have that on both boats now.
If the trolling motor is not working on the Skeeter, it's time for an 18-foot push pole, buddy.
So the Mako still works wonderful. So if you see us out in the Mako, we'll see you out there. But we're working on the Skeeter in the meantime, and we'll be out there very, very, very soon. So anyway, I'm going to turn this over to Otto and let him tell everybody about some of the fishing stuff. He wants to tell you about some of the inshore stuff and freshwater stuff, correct?
I'll do exactly that.
You got 10 minutes.
I got 10 minutes.
You got 10 minutes.
Well, let's hit the saltwater real quickly. I would like to tell you guys and gals that spring is here. After hearing the weather forecast today,
Ooh, it's not going to be good.
Sunday brings us back freezing temperatures, possibly below 32. The bright side of that, in my opinion, is that, okay, we got lots of wind. March came in here apparently like a line, and it's really messing up the rest of this week. So nobody is really missing a lot. Water temperature is great, but the only place to really work it now is the mouth of the creek drains and back up in them during full high tide to get away from the outside southeast winds. You know, work on the boats, work on the trailers.
Yes.
You know, about Tuesday of next week, life may get good again, but that cold snap, the positive out of the rain that's coming and the cold snap will be, it'll bring the water temperature back down. So we get 2 or 3 more good weeks after that with the time change that happens this Sunday. So anybody busting out early thinking, oh, I'm going to go fishing way, way early, remember it's still dark. That hour is now later sunset. But the thing to tell you guys and gals is that if you catch that calm stretch, and we had water make 68 degrees with calm water, and the one knockers. You know, I mean, I love tossing top water. There's nothing prettier. This is the one knocker.
I've got one tied on right now.
Bone color. And like I told you, after I wear out the hooks, I go to that arrangement. You may want to hold that up so you can see that.
Yeah, so let's look about the hook placement. So you leave the tail hook that way and the front hook that way on purpose.
On purpose.
Look at that,
you know,
everyone.
And there's your standard treble hook. Now this one knocker I am holding has kind of a silver side, look more like a mullet, but all of them noisy rattles, noisy.
Well, I just got to tell you, I didn't get one single bite on top water last week.
I'm going to hold this up and say, or Clifford can hold it up. Presentation. Walk that dog. You know, toot, toot, toot. And that dog's dog.
No, that was me. Quit.
Anyhow, after a little while, top water, if it hadn't happened, think. Okay. Now, the other one that's been working, is a good old redfin. You can see this one, it's beat to death from the trap.
It looks like me.
Yeah.
Beat up.
But again, that's with single hooks. It starts with the treble hook when you buy them.
Right.
After that, and this is a freshwater lure, so the treble hooks don't hold up long.
Right.
And I quickly shift out. These are number one. That's the number 2 on the back.
And so the first one, it looks like you always turn toward the face.
Turn
Or forward, and the other 2
are. The other neat thing about this, these single inline hooks, you can work them a little bit more when you got surface grass. They don't pick
Oh,
up
yeah, yeah,
anywhere near the grass that those treble hooks do. It's just, I won't say it's a cup of tea, but it's a
Well,
whole
you showed
lot
me
better.
that bait several years ago, and it was one of my favorites. When I
I'll swear
see
to
a
it.
trout swirl,
Yeah, I
I'll
will
throw
tell
that over there
everybody,
and jerk it
you know,
twice.
Jill told me when I came, said, don't give away all your secrets. Well, there are two styles of redfins you can go spend your money on. They look the same. This is gold, orange belly. You can buy an all gold. I'll bet you $100 to a dime. You can toss your old gold one and I'll toss this one. And I'll beat you 10 to 1 on the number of fish.
Yeah.
I don't know why it is, but they love the orange bellies and the orange coloration. It's the same thing when I skip right here to my Catch 2000. Yeah, that's the 808 pattern in the Catch 2000.
Who makes that one?
Mirror lure.
Mirror lure.
This is a mirror lure.
And is that a suspending twitch bait?
It'll hang no more than 4 to 6 inches below the surface. Really shallow water, but work it same type way underwater. Twitch, 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 or reel a little bit, twitch. Now, down in the water column, suspending just a little bit more, 2 unfair advantage ones. I love that one right there is the Rippin' Slash 70.
One of my favorite.
The Rippin' Slash 70.
I like the bigger one though.
Huh?
I like the bigger
They
one.
make a 90, but I like that little one. And that little one is loved by trout and redfish. This one, I wasn't throwing them until I listened to Michael Amon. And I heard him say, okay, I'm getting them on the arrowhead. Well, I'm no dummy.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm out there and I tracked it down and found the arrowhead. It's a slightly bigger one. Has a little bit different action coming through the water when you work it. It's a slow suspended one also. I'll stay with, they're good hooks. I'll stay with them until they're worn out. Then I will shift mine to inline. But they start out with a good set of hooks, quality hooks from Unfair Lures.
So I gotta say, you brought up a point there a minute ago. I've had several people message me, ask me in person. They say, how come you guys give up so much information? We can't get crap from anybody out there.
Well, I'm gonna tell you, I'm not gonna live forever.
Yeah, same here.
But the other thing is, like I told Jill when I walked out the house tonight, she goes, well, don't give up all your secrets. I said, there are 20,000 acres out
Yeah,
there.
exactly.
It's not like I gave you
A GPS number.
GPS coordinate to the top of the rock. But even if I did, I'm not gonna get that cocky, but I wouldn't be concerned about you getting the fish off that rock pile out from underneath, because again, presentation.
That's right, absolutely.
You can throw the same lure all day long. And I've taken a few people with me. I said, no, if you do this, all of a sudden life got good for them.
Right. Right.
And there are small things. It's like I keep my rod tip real low to the water when I'm working. Like with one of these suspended lures, you take that one. If your rod tip's low, you're working at a constant level below the water. Lots of people twitch up. Well, what they're doing is they're pulling it up. Well, that fish is not swimming up. That fish is swimming along. So keep your rod tips down, twitch them, and just work it low. Same thing with, I go even further down in the water column with what I call, that's a saltwater assassin 5-inch jerk shad, glowing chartreuse. Now, the nickname I was giving it is trout killer. So when I tell people I use my trout killer, well, they'll go in and there's a couple of brands that sell a trout killer. And they say, well, it doesn't look like that. And they tell the people at the store, that's not what it looks like. Well, it's my nickname for it. But if I had to fish 2 plugs against you all day long, those are the 2.
Especially this time of year. It seems I've been doing very well in something like this. And the other day, the only trout we caught was on a suspending Unfair Lures, but it was the larger one.
Yeah.
I target big fish. I don't target those little babies that you all catch. So I got to use them big.
Well, then you need to, in the creeks, There you go.
Oh, there we go. That would be a JR bait.
That is a Paul Brown. That's a Paul Brown. Yeah. And that one, well, you can see it's already been changed out. So it's already worn out. They start out with treble hooks.
Mm-hmm.
Get that thing off of there. Yeah. But I'll shift it out. Whoops. Anyhow, those two colors right there in the creek mouth, it'll slow suspended.
So it's kind of a pinkish
That's a
with
pink.
the orange bottom,
This is gold.
if you can't see it.
This is gold, and it has, but probably at one point in time was orange, and it's
Yeah.
faded out.
So
Over
if you
time.
see a pattern starting here, all of these baits that he's showing you for this time of the year have some type of orange belly.
Orange
And,
belly,
whatever
and
it is to
note,
attract the fish.
note also, I don't know
Good
if you can see it real close, but the appearance of gill flaps
Yes.
and red.
So
Yeah.
back in my bass days, I have markers on my boat.
Marker, so you draw
And
them
I would
on here.
I would draw them on there when I was
Yeah.
really into it. And I can't tell you how many times it worked. The other thing I did was I had a chartreuse marker. I could do tails. I could do sides. I had the whole set, and it definitely makes a difference. I won't go into that because we're getting short on time, and I want you to
One
talk
last,
about
yeah, I'll do this one.
bass
one last-
fishing
okay.
next.
One last saltwater one. This is a Z-Man 7-inch pearl.
Now we're
Sure.
talking my
Okay.
kind of bait.
All right, Cliff wants a big bait. Well,
I want a big bait.
watch this. This is a Z-Man Elastic.
I like it.
Okay. This lure will last 15, 20 fish probably.
Yeah.
However, the good thing about this is it floats. I can toss this on top of rock piles, oyster bars,
Oh,
and
nice.
twitch it and work when all of them are working around it. So when it comes off the edge, the strike that happens on your Z-Man big lure is akin to a topwater hit.
Oh, very nice.
And it's pretty much right on
Nothing
top.
like a topwater bite, is there?
No. And
My
it's,
favorite.
and what you want to do, just drop, as soon as it's moving, go ahead and hit it. The wide gap hook, I'll tell you 9 times out of 10, if you've got a trout on, it's going to roll to the top of the mouth, and
It's the best
whoever,
place to hook them.
whoever's on board that thinks there's a netter, you probably don't need a netter.
Nice.
You've got a good hookup.
Did you hear that, Chris? I don't need a netter if I use that hook.
Yeah, then all right, then we'll go ahead and shift gears,
All
right?
right. Yeah, let's talk about some
Real quick,
freshwater.
like, this is a combination of kayaking and bass fishing in ammonia. I don't run any motors in ammonia. I'm strictly a kayaker. And I'll hit the water, start working the pads. But as I told you, the big thing is, and it's happening right now during this time, is that
Oh, I'm so excited.
these guys that look like snakes, these are your Zoom speed vibes, Magnum speed vibes. This is a June bug red, watermelon red. If it's bright and sunny and a blue sky day, it's going to be that watermelon red. Got a little bit of cloud cover, that one. But what this one, where I'm holding my saltwater rod down, these guys, I got my rod tip up and I'm bringing it across the pads. Sucker hits, drop that rod tip, and let him have it on the
See, and
run.
that's key for those of you that are new to
Up high.
the bass fishing side.
It blows up on it, drop that rod tip while I'm opening my bail. Cliff makes fun of me because he tells me I use spaghetti rods. He uses telephone poles.
Old school bass fishermen.
Yeah,
Get them in the
yeah.
boat.
Get 'em in the boat. I'm gonna use my medium light Falcon 7.5 foot rods, but I hold them up high, drop it down. That normally gives them enough to run, but just in case I've opened the bail, want to watch that line stop, reel it up, find him, hit him, and go to it. And this time of year right now, 5 and less. And we're the buck bass, because the females
Are getting close, doing their thing.
close, doing
Yeah.
their thing for spawn. Tons and tons of 2 to 3.5, 4 pound buck bass out there. if you gotta take something home, take home the mail.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
plenty of male bass out there.
Tons and tons of male bass if you want something for a fish fry, but put the females back this time of year.
Yes, and you won't really disrupt them if they're in spawn mode. You pull them off a bed. There's hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of bass doing that. Again, take a photo if you want. If you catch an 8-pound, 9-pound, 10-pound, 11-pound bass, 8 pounds or above, you have a valid fishing license in Florida, you qualify for FWC's trophy catch program, like this one right here. I think I got $100 for that back in the day.
And I guess, are they still in concert with Bass Pro?
They do, and you'll get a Bass Pro Shop card, a Cabela's card, which is the same thing. I mean, but there's different ones, but and I don't think it's quite as much money. But I will say this: a friend of mine that I used to fish with, James Bernard, won the Phoenix Bass Boat this year. He's out of Madison. He won that boat. Yeah, didn't even have a qualifying fish,
But he had
just because he's a member, of that, of the Florida Trophy Catch program, they give away a Phoenix boat at the end of the year. So that was really, really cool, because you always think about, well, they give this stuff away to people, their own people. Well, that's not the way it works. He has no affiliation with them whatsoever, and is a great guy. As a matter of fact, he fishes more saltwater than he does freshwater.
I've seen it on there.
Yeah, but he fishes some freshwater too, and won that brand new expensive boat. That's awesome. Congratulations, Chops.
Well, the other one, quick mention, is a good old horny toad.
Are they hitting that yet?
Pulled in the past. Just starting.
Just starting.
Yeah.
So a lot of this one, like horny toad, I love throwing the horny toad, one of my favorite all-time baits. Zoom makes it. This is watermelon red. This is one of the most versatile baits for springtime fishing. You can take it about anywhere, and this will not only catch spawning bass, but the post spawn. You got big females, big males, garden fry garters. I'll tell you a little trick to this, real quick. I've actually used these underwater. There's videos out there if you want to look that bass will eat a frog, because a frog will go down under the water sometimes to escape too. And a lot of times when that happens, the bass eat them. So if you're throwing a Zoom horny toad, use a weighted hook.
I got a weighted hook here on there's the weighted hook.
There you go, just like that.
That weighted hook, and you can get them in all varying weights. I'm one that doesn't like to go too far.
Right, yeah, I'm not saying troll the bottom with it, but the weighted hook, you can hold your rod tip up high, maybe not with his noodle rod, but with my broomstick, I can hold it up high, keep it up, and then if, I need to, like if I, a lot of times, what we look at, we'll see the weight come, and you always drop the tip of your rod. The other thing we look for, and we've talked about this before, is you got to watch your surroundings.
Oh yeah,
Bump the pad. If you see a pad do this, cast to it.
Yep.
Swim that bait by it, kill it, and there's a good chance that's a bass right there. Could be a mudfish, but
it could be. But
it
however,
could be a jack.
Yeah, and the jack are there, but right now it's been predominantly bass. And with Randy Truesdale fishing with me, I said, Randy, he just bumped the pad toss right there, He'll blow up on it. And 9 times out of 10, something's going to blow up on it.
So we'll go into a little more detail next week about spawning bass. Sorry I had to vent early on about the boat stuff. I had to get that off my chest. I just really did.
2 quick announcements.
Excuse me. Oh, I forgot tournaments. Oh, yes, thank you.
Coming up.
Let Otto talk about his.
In Panacea, 2 big tournaments coming up, April and May. April, Rock the Dot. For everybody who loves the Rock the Dot, Captain's meeting's the 22nd of April, 23rd, 24th are the dates of the tournament. Go online, you can see everything about that. I'm helping Monica Hubman and her husband put together Cal's Catch tournament, which will be a targeted weight tournament, May 21st, also out of Woolly Park in Panacea. And that one's geared a lot more to fun.
Yeah.
And the reason I can say fun is because you've only got to catch a 5.3 pound or the closest to that trout. You don't have to worry about me or somebody else like Kevin or Keith coming in or Michael
With a big
Hangman
bag of fish.
with
That's
a
right. That's right.
big
6
trout.
pound trout or whatever.
We're all playing
7
for
pound
a
redfish.
targeted weight. And a neat thing too, there's a couple of jackpots. One for the closest weight to a 41 pound cobia for the guys and gals going offshore.
Mm-hmm.
Inside, you don't have to catch something that weighs something. It's the most spots. And both of the jackpots, minimum is going to be $200, but we're really hoping for a lot more payout based on how many people get in that jackpot.
Yeah.
Okay. Again, 23rd and 24th of April for Rock the Dock, and the 21st of May. Mark your calendar for Cal's Catch. It's an inaugural tournament, and we hope to grow it. Proceeds from that tournament will go towards a welding scholarship to TCC for a deserving Wakulla High School student.
Very nice.
In the Industrial Arts program.
Very nice. Well, we're doing, so Julie mentioned endorsements. I've got to endorse Boat Sticks. That's my company. I own Boat Sticks. And Panacea Beer and Oyster Festival is March 26th. I will have a booth there. If you mention that you saw this, I'm going to give you 20% off your Boat Sticks. Just mention, hey, you told me that you'd give me 20% off if I came down March 26th to Panacea Beer and Oyster Festival, and I'll honor that 20% off for that boat stick that day. Also, we will be at the Rock the Dock tournament. I will have a booth there, and we'll all be there shaking hands and kissing babies and saying hi to everybody. I want to get out and fish a little bit. You're going to be there.
Cal's Catch will have
Catch.
a booth there for sign-ups for the tournament, and that's an easy one. $40 for adults. Anybody 15 and under or a Wakulla High School student, it's $20 for their entry fee. And everybody is eligible for anything live bait or artificial, wading, kayaks, or boat.
Something for everybody.
Something for everybody.
Okay. Well, we've taken up everybody's time. Thank you so much for joining us. I want to mention one more time. I forgot, we've been on so long, I can't remember what I want to mention. Oh yeah, that's right. So if you miss us here, you can go to the YouTube channel Fishing with J.R. Mundinger. You can see the replay, or you can share that with your friends, family, other fishermen if you want to from today's live broadcast. And we hope to see everyone next week.
That'll work.
And until then, be safe, have fun, and always wear a life jacket while boating. I'm J.R. Mundinger, and this is
Otto Huff. Otto be fishing.
Otto be fishing. Till next week.
See y'all.
I think I hit the wrong button.
Nice job, guys.
Hit the wrong button.
Well, I can tell you got about an 8-second delay.
Is that how long it is?
That's what I'd have to guess. I don't think it's quite 10. I'd have to say it's 8 because I got it on Facebook and I was watching. I turned the volume down. But I'd have to guess 8 seconds.